protèges, tu te protèges en même temps.
Oui.
Tu envoies, tu te protèges. Voilà.
Je protège.
Merci. Tu fais comment?
J'ai marqué. Je viens de marquer. Oui, je viens de marquer. Exactement.
Voilà.
Ça fait 2 points.
Un point, je ne me rappelle pas. Non, je ne me rappelle pas. Je ne me rappelle pas.
Mais tu n'es pas en train de te protéger, ça veut dire que je peux.
Oui, ça fait. Ok.
Yes, there you go. I believe that each and every one of you obviously has a sport that they adore. But at the same time, today we are going to be talking about boxing. Exactly. You know, when we used to dance the Azonto, it feels like you're boxing someone. But this afternoon, we have a champion in the house. He is called Stéphane. C'est FONDJO.
FONDJO.
Oh, exactement. De l'Ouest, de la région de l'Ouest, c'est ça. Ça veut dire que tous les gens de Batié connaissent. Je ne sais pas, je ne veux pas dire le mot, mais en même temps, he is here because when we talk about boxing, especially in the world, we think of Mike Tyson, we think of Muhammad Ali, and this afternoon you're going to be discovering your brother. Yes, he is from the Middle East. He's very much a Cameroonian, as he just told all of us. He's from Bati in the West region, and he's going to be telling us about his career as a boxer. We have too many trophies. We have a belt because he won the Middle East competition in 2021.
The WBC Middle East Championship.
Okay, yeah. 2021.
21, yeah.
You're welcome, Stéphane.
Thank you.
La cuisance.
La cuisance.
Oui, tu es la bienvenue.
Okay, thank you.
Pardon. Il faut t'asseoir.
Let's go.
Et après ça, je pense qu'on va encore continuer avec le combat parce que ce n'est pas
le combat n'est pas fini. Je pense que tu me mènes déjà 2-0. Voilà.
C'est ça. Donc. Ça veut dire que je suis déjà championne aussi. Let's have the transition and right after that, we'll talk about boxing. You all are welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching the program MIDI Live on the CRTV, and you do know that it happens here every day from Monday to Friday, 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. And this afternoon, we're going to be talking a lot about boxing. Boxing, be it on the pitch or boxing to protect yourself. After talking about all the different experiences that Stéphane has had, I think it will be good for him to tell us how we can box to be able to defend ourselves. Salut Stéphane.
Salut.
Tu es la bienvenue.
Merci.
Je ne sais pas, tu es encore beau. Avec tous les coups de poing que tu as déjà eu sur le visage, tu fais comment?
Déjà, c'est difficile de toucher mon visage.
Ah, ok.
Parce que je me blesse plus à l'entraînement qu'au combat.
Wow.
Donc, ça fait que pendant le combat, c'est très difficile de me toucher. Même comme c'est pas impossible, mais je me blesse plus pendant, je prends plus de coups pendant les entraînements. Donc, ouais.
Et ça veut dire que si j'ai réussi à te donner 2 points, je peux déjà participer au championnat.
Ah, peut-être ça veut dire...
Pourquoi les gens font souvent comme ça quand ils veulent taper quelqu'un?
Chacun a sa manière de faire sortir son démon qui est en lui. Peut-être en faisant ça, il fait sortir son...
Oui. Et toi, qu'est-ce qui fait sortir ta part?
C'est le lion, c'est la guerre.
C'est ça que je dis.
Voilà.
Attends, est-ce que tu peux... Oh non, avec les gants, ça va être un peu difficile de nous montrer. Oui, on peut enlever, oui, pour voir.
Yeah.
Mais tu vas finir, tu vas enlever ma passe, ça ne donne pas. Je ne réussis pas à enlever.
C'est ça?
Je ne peux pas utiliser. Ok,
ouais.
C'est ça, non?
Ouais, c'est ça. Ouais. La main qui prend tout, qui va tout prendre.
Oui.
Et, ouais.
Je pense qu'on va parler de comment ça s'est commencé, tout ça a commencé. Mais avant cela, qu'est-ce que tu aimes manger? D'habitude, qu'est-ce que tu manges? Parce que j'imagine que tu dois avoir quelque chose qu'on te conseille pour que tu restes en forme et surtout pour avoir l'énergie pour vraiment faire la boxe.
My favorite food is arrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the arrow. Made de pistache.
Ok.
J'aime beaucoup les légumes. So...
Attendez, je regarde à la cuisine. Yes. Bonjour Florence.
Bonjour Gwen.
Comment tu vas?
Je vais bien, merci, et vous-même?
Ah, ça va, merci beaucoup. Il y a notre invité, Stéphane, qui vient de nous dire qu'il aime le héros, le nyamgon et les légumes en général. Qu'est-ce que tu nous proposes?
Aujourd'hui, je propose la recette du siki-siki.
Aïe, aïe, aïe.
Mais là, en fait, c'est du zo sauté, oignon, ail, viande, toko.
Wow.
Un peu d'huile. Et ça sera accompagné du plantain vapeur. Donc, pas compliqué pour la bouffe.
Ce n'est pas vraiment compliqué. Stéphane, est-ce que tu vas aimer ça ou est-ce
Bien
que...
sûr, si c'est légumes déjà, for sure, je vais aimer.
C'est conseillé ou c'est toi, c'est tes préférences?
Non, c'est conseillé. Les légumes, c'est très conseillé. Et moi, quand j'ai combat, je suis suivi par quelqu'un qui prépare mes mères. Parce que déjà, quand j'ai un combat, je perds environ 10 kilos pour faire ma catégorie. Donc, quelque chose qui n'est pas facile. Il faut t'entraîner.
Oui, c'est ça.
Same time, you need to control your weight, your food, all that. So, it's really difficult.
Wow. But now, let's talk about who Stéphane was before becoming who he is today. Because, you know, what I love about people like you is your success story. People cannot imagine, or there are many people who will not be able to imagine that Stéphane was this young boy who found it very difficult making ends meet as a child in a family that had a lot of difficulties, and especially in the neighborhood in which you grew up. So tell us, how was it like in Briqueterie, around the police area for you as a child?
First of all, I want to say I didn't succeed yet. So I'm still on the process.
But you've registered some. That's why we have all these trophies.
Yeah,
I know you want to get to the level of Mike and Ali, but it's coming. You're actually on the right path.
So the life in Briqueterie was not easy because I was there alone with my little sister and my grandmother. My mother was in Gabon working as a hairdresser.
Oh, yeah.
So I was there. I had to take care of my little sister. And you know how that kind of place is. So you have you want to do some stuff that it's not you.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
because
so
of peer pressure or what is happening around you, you find yourself being confused.
And I was young. I was really young. I was like 10. I went there. I was 6 years old.
Okay.
So my father died there at 2014.
Yeah.
So I was there with my little sister. Life was tough, and I didn't want to say I was really focused, but I knew what I wanted to be. When I was a kid, I didn't want to be a chief.
But how did you manage it? Because we do know that it's quite scary. It's rather unfortunate. It's not like there are no good people living around there. But when we talk about the Mokolo area, the Briqueterie area, in fact, that neighborhood in general is very scary. I think everyone is going to tell you that. So how were you able to manage with everything that was going on around you? Because majority of the children there, by the way, don't go to school.
Yeah. I was really intelligent. J'ai eu mon bac à 16 ans, 15 ans et demi.
Wow.
So in my head, I was like, I need to be different. I need to my mother was in Gabon, so I didn't want to miss the school. Je voulais pas rater l'école. Et je voulais,
tu savais que ce n'était pas évident pour elle de gagner de l'argent.
Évidemment, I wanted to do good. So every day, even when I was doing wrong things, I was really focused on the school. And I wanted my mother to be proud of me, and I was always pushing in the school.
And I'm sure today, wherever she is super duper proud of you, because you say, I think that you're being modest and trying to be humble by saying that you've not started having successes or you've not gotten to the point where you want to get to. That's obvious, but I believe that you have done well for yourself. So far, so good. And you're still working on getting there, as you say. But at the same time, what did you study in school? Because I know you continued and carried on with your studies till the master's level.
Yeah, I went to university. I was studying law in Université de Yaoundé 2, SOA. And after that, I got a scholarship from Oklahoma University, United States, but I saw my visa rejected twice, and after that I just entered in depression.
Oh yeah, exactly. We are going to stop right there because I was in 2016 when you got into 2016 when you got into depression, and it was for about a year. We're going to talk about that, but first of all, let's turn to our right and talk to Rostan Totwe. Salut Rostan.
Bonjour Gwen.
Comment tu vas?
Je suis content parce que je suis en sécurité. Vous pouvez chercher
non, attends, qui te donne la sécurité là? Moi ou lui?
Comment est-ce que Stéphane peut être là?
Qui te donne la sécurité, moi ou lui?
Toi, t'as pas le micro. Vous là, vous me cherchez, vous me devez là. D'abord, demain, là, il vous envoie les messages. Vous avez... on va vous... On n'a même pas besoin de
les discute,
de la convocation.
On les discute seulement.
C'est ça au stade.
Bonjour à tout le monde.
We are happy that you are happy because if you're happy, you're going to even do a better job than usual. So, tu vas commencer avec quelle chanson?
On va chanter du Henri Dikongué. Je sais que tu aimes beaucoup Henri Dikongué, donc on va faire ce qui va faire plaisir à notre invité, aux téléspectateurs et surtout à Gwen. Amuna mumi wamo wande takisembae amuna mumi wamo wande tom sepondame etuma ponda bisona wamo enoti come etuma ponda bisona wamo enodi utae nakekiponwi disanembae wenge na wolo pon weni sanemba anyangwamu weni sanemba winama wala ibadango wente ba wenge tobangi yango wente ba wenge tobangi yango wente ba wenge tobangi yango wente ba wenge tobangi yango. Todika kitodio osi bolito mi abami Todika kitodio osi bolito mi abami No mamende pe nasi bonyo lango tata Onyo la bunyate indi bulala babwamba Onyo la bunyatenge indi bulala babwanyu Weni sanimba Nama wolo ibadango wente ba wenge tobangi yango wente ba wenge tobangi wente ba wenge tobangi yango wente ba wenge ombai tobangi yango. Il tape les gens pour vivre. Stéphane, la cuisance. J'ai déjà le retour, hein. Maintenant, si quelqu'un me cherche les problèmes, on va seulement aller finir quelque part où il y aura du sale. Wente ba wenge, tobangi yango. Wente ba wenge, tobangi yango.
Merci beaucoup, merci Rosane. Wow. Mais tu sais que la cuisance a son manager. Tu ne vas pas l'appeler comme ça, elle est quand même championne.
Non, il va comprendre que la star est touchée. Quand j'appelle, il pleure. Oh, mon
Mais en même temps, je pense que au cours de cette conversation, on va parler de ça parce que les gens comme lui n'ont pas le droit de toucher quelqu'un en dehors du ring, non? Ouais, oui, exactement. Il n'a pas le droit.
Normalement.
Oui.
Tous les trucs sur...
Il n'a pas le droit. Dans le ring.
Mais tu peux défendre, tu peux te défendre quand même.
Donc, avec tous les tout faits, on ne peut pas chercher le problème.
Non, tu ne peux pas, désolé. Mais tu peux et tu m'appelles. Parce que moi, je ne bagarre pas dans le ring, ça veut dire que je peux bagarrer.
Parce que normalement, nos poings sont considérés comme des armes blanches. Ça fait que si je te frappe, c'est comme si je t'ai mis un couteau dans le ventre.
Aïe, 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 aïe.
Donc, ouais, vous
Mais attends, c'est une demi-sac de ciment. Ça veut dire que le poids de ça, c'est une demi-sac de ciment.
C'est même un sac de ciment.
Un sac de ciment. Ça veut dire que quand tu donnes poum, c'est comme si on t'a jeté un sac de ciment.
Un sac de ciment sur le front. C'est la guerre.
Bon, rien qu'avec la ceinture, si tu peux influencer les policiers à route avec nous.
Mais maintenant, parce que ici, c'est écrit la cuisance. Ouais. La cuisance, d'où sort ce nom? Et c'est quoi?
Ce nom et cette marque, j'ai créé ça après le championnat d'Afrique. Okay. Quand je gagne une finale très difficile, où je gagne, on va dire, à l'usure. Parce que quand le gars, au 3e round, était déjà fatigué, et lui aussi croyait que j'étais fatigué. Ah, okay. Mais c'est à ce moment-là où moi j'ai cuit.
La remontada.
Et quand je cuis, il faut qu'il supporte, tu vois. Donc tout le monde criait, la cuisance c'est chaud, c'est chaud, c'est chaud.
Oh, ok, ça a cuit.
Ça a cuit justement, ça a cuit. Un peu comme the last level of the heat, ça a cuit. Maintenant là, c'est le plus courageux, le plus solide qui va rester, qui va subir.
So tell us, how were you able to overcome the depression in 2016?
After that, I was home, and every time when I was going to the living room, the TV was just talking about one kid who was going to the Olympics. And I was like, every day, every time, I was like, how come they can talk about someone like that, like all the time? And I started searching on him, and I saw the story of the guy, and his story was kind of similar to me, yeah. So the guy was born in January. I was born in January. Same year.
So you're Capricorn?
Yeah, no, I'm Verso, Aquarius.
So it's at the end of the month of
January. And same year, like January, same year, I was born on 28th of January. He was born 23rd of January. And he called the police. He was in Mokolo, so close to me. So yeah. And I was like, this is my life. This look like me.
If you could make it, then you too can.
Yeah, and I was like, I was kind of a gangster also. So I was like, this kid, he cannot beat me if I'm really like, si je m'énerve, tu vois. And after that, I started searching on him on Facebook. I sent him a request. And the guy answered. Okay. And I said, can I have gloves and the information in your about your club in Cameroon, so I can start doing boxing also, because I want to be a champion like you.
So did you decide to get into boxing because this guy inspired you, or there was already something in you that was telling you you were meant to box?
No, I just started boxing because of my ego. So I just see the guy and I say, no, I can beat him. So I can do it. So I just started.
At times to have ego is a good thing.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a good thing. So I texted him, he gave me the information of his coach and all that. He was not in Cameroon, so I went to the club in Camp de l'Unité with Copacabana, the coach Kake Adolphe. So he said, okay, you want to start boxing? Okay, go there. Because in Copacabana, when you go there, people who knows already how to box, they are in one
section
place.
Of the place.
Yeah, and the new guys, you go in a dark place. So the coach even, he doesn't look at you. Wow. So you're just there and you don't even box. You just learn how to walk in the ring. So one step, one step, one step, one step.
There's a particular way in which you have to walk in the ring.
One step, and you do that for like 2 hours, non-stop. And the coach, he looks like he doesn't check even.
Yeah, he's like looking at you.
So first of all, he work on your mental, because you can come there, you are maybe 50, and at the end of the month you are only 2. So the other guys, they just say, I want to box, I don't want to work.
Yeah.
So, and for me, I like the challenge. So I was like, bro, I'm not going to quit. So I was there doing that in the Camp de l'Unité, and when I went back home, I was doing the same thing. So I took it as my new school.
Okay, yeah.
So like you go to the school, you study there, and then the teacher gives you the exercise.
Come and do some sort of revision in the
Yeah,
house.
revision.
Okay.
So I was going faster than the others because I was doing there. I was doing the revision, and I was checking also the videos and who is the who is the champion, who is the guy who is boxing in my category. So I was different because, you know, most of the boxers, they are not like educated. So me, I was different than them.
Yeah, you were already at the master's level, so that was already a lot. But during that time, yes, you got into this particular sport because you had ego and you thought that, okay, this guy who is so much spoken about is someone I can defeat, I can really beat hands down. But apart from him, do you have an inspiration when it comes to boxing? Who inspires you? Who is your idol in boxing? You don't have any?
When I got this question many times, but I always said, if now they say who is your inspiration, I'm gonna say I'm my inspiration, because when I see myself,
nice. I like that.
3 years ago, and now I'm like, you know,
yeah,
you can do much better in 2 more years, but I like Muhammad Ali, and also Benavidez, one guy from US and Mexico.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but I don't really, it's not like my idol. My idol is myself when I see myself before and now, and I'm still going. So
I've hardly heard anybody say that, and I think it's a new one and a good one as well. But now, when you decided that, okay, you wanted to get into boxing and really take it seriously, how did your mom feel? Because she had just 2 children, she had lost her husband, and to think that, okay, this other one wants to become a boxer.
My mother always support me.
Okay.
In whatever I want to do. She's like, okay, if you want to do boxing, just go try, and if you don't like it, you just leave it. I did karate before, I did judo, and she was like, yeah, you will do, and then after you will just quit, you know, you just quit. So she was not like, he can do it, he can really do it. And she was not in Cameroon, so yeah, I was like, I do boxing now. She was like, okay. As
long as you're doing very well in school, she really did not have any problem with that.
That's her philosophy.
Okay, but at the same time, since we are talking about boxing and how you were able to move from one step to another, tell us about the competition you were able to take part in before leaving the country.
Yeah,
was it Cameroon Cup?
Yeah, Cameroon Championship.
Okay.
Yeah. We won with Copacabana in 2018.
Okay.
And after that, that was the only competition, the big competition that I won in Cameroon.
Okay. Before taking a trip to Dubai, let's find out from Florence Andela. Florence, qu'est-ce que tu es en train de faire? Parce que je vois que c'est comme si on va manger dans très bientôt.
Très bientôt, Gwen. Là.
Mais qu'est-ce que tu as déjà mélangé? Parce que tu parlais des
oignons, ail, viande, le zom en question, et là j'étais en train de mettre les assaisonnements sel, poivre.
Tu sais que la cuissance est déjà bosse. Lui, il ne prépare pas, c'est les gens qui préparent pour lui. Il se lève le matin et se dit, oh, je pense que je vais manger ça. Et on le prépare ça. C'est ça, non, la cuissance?
À peu près. À peu près.
Même si tu n'acceptes pas, nous, on sait ce qui se passe. Oui, mais maintenant, comme tu nous as dit, ta mère t'a toujours soutenu dans tout ce que tu fais. And when you found maybe an opportunity to travel to the United Emirates, that's precisely Dubai, your mom actually went out of her way to make sure that that happened. Tell us.
Yeah,
what did she do?
So she was like, there I was like, Cameroon is kind of difficult. I don't really see myself here in 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
So I need to do something that can push me forward. And she said, okay, what can we do then? And I said, I want to move from Cameroon. She was, where do you want to go? I was like, the only place that you can go without visa issue is Dubai.
Exactly.
And I had one cousin who was living there. So she said, okay, ask the information about how to get the visa, how to go there. And I started checking, and he said, this is this is the money that you you should get to come in Dubai and all that. And I said, okay. I went to my mother. I said, this is the information about Dubai. And she said, okay, I don't have that cash, but I can borrow. And yeah, make sure when you make money, you,
you have to send back the cash I took from my jangi.
Yeah, so yeah, and I arrived to Dubai to look for a job, but in my head, I was thinking about boxing, and also I was playing football also before.
Is that the marina we're seeing? Where were you? I mean, you were seated on I think a yacht or a ship there.
Where?
On the screen, you have the picture.
Ah, yeah. That's a yacht, the Van Dutch, the faster boat.
Okay.
The Van Dutch, yeah.
Wow. So you had this dream, and you thought that okay, you could actually pursue a career in boxing. If you're able to get to Dubai. But when you got to Dubai, as you rightly said, you needed to get a job, first of all, to put things together before you can start your boxing career. And it wasn't as easy as you imagined.
No, it was...
what were the difficulties you faced when you got there?
At some point, I was like, I need to go back to Cameroon.
Oh, no. Did you ever sleep outside? Did you ever sleep on the street?
Of course. No, not on the street, not outside. Because I was living in my cousin. He was renting in Dubai. You rent a bed. You don't rent a place.
Yeah, like a room or an apartment or something.
You rent a bed. So there's like, even in the room, there's maybe 5 beds. Yeah. And you sleep there.
Where exactly in Dubai?
Not even when I arrived in Dubai, in the UAE, it was not really in Dubai. I was in Sharjah. So
exactly, because I was like, okay.
Yeah, in Sharjah. So not even in Dubai. So to arrive in Dubai, you need to take a bus, metro, and then you go in Dubai. Okay. So we was there, and when I travel, I put in my bag 1 gloves and 1 football shoes with 2 sneakers and some pants. So I was there, and he was rented 1 bed, so and was sleeping there, together. And it was 1 bed, 1 place. So he was putting the head there, I put my head the other side. Oh my! And you know, if you have a bad dream, you just kick.
Please don't go there.
Please don't go there. Just kick him, you know. Yeah. Yeah.
So it was really difficult.
Yeah, it was difficult, and it was really difficult. I was at the point I was eating once a day, like at 5 p.m. and you wake up at 5 a.m. You drop the CV online, and after that you go and drop the CV physically. That's it. In the place, and you need to have the suit. And in Dubai it's 42 degrees, 43 degrees, and you work like 5 hours. You drop the CV. And when I wanted to go and drink water, I was checking where is the bank. You know, in the bank there's some place you can drink. So I was checking, there's a bank there, I work there and I drink water. I keep going, drop the CV.
You know, we all came from somewhere. Be the place a good place or a bad place, we all came from somewhere. But now it is what you make of where you came from that's most important. He had to go to look for banks where he could get water to drink. He slept on a 1-place bed with his cousin, so his head was this way, north, and then his cousin's head was south, even if I was not there. But at the same time, you begin to imagine the difficulties that he went through. And today, he's amongst la crème de la crème of the society, actually giving his menu so that they cook for him. That's what life is all about. If you work hard, you pray, someday you might just get to where you've been dreaming of getting. And since we're talking about what they call this, do you call them gloves as well?
Gloves, yeah.
Just gloves.
Gloves, yeah.
Okay, Ruth NJ just joined us, and she's going to be telling us the beauty part of what I'm putting on. Ruth, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Do you want to beg me, or you want to still feel like you're not seeing my hand?
Oh, I actually know how to box.
Really?
Yes.
Take your own gloves.
I can't right now. Oh. I have rings. I have rings on, but I'm actually a great boxer.
But excuse me, before you want to announce yourself and blow your trumpet, I actually scored 2 goals with like cuisance.
I think that he just let you do that because you can't win.
Did you?
You can't win in the Middle East.
He didn't.
He didn't?
Yeah, he didn't.
I mean, the punches were intense.
No, I didn't give the punches, I know that, but I touched him. That's the most important thing.
Okay, you caressed the
No. I touched him on the chest. Okay. And the fact that I touched him is a strike, right? A point. Yeah, so...
Okay, that's said. Okay. Gwendolyn had 2 points. But if we want to really get into the ring, definitely he's going to...
No, I'm only getting around the ring as a cheerleader. Not into the ring as a cheerleader.
But I think boxing really do need that. We have cheerleaders for basketball and football and all the other games. But this afternoon we'll talk a bit about boxing equipment. You know, they have evolved over time. And one thing people think about sports is like the sport is now. Whereas sports was yesterday's today, and of course there's the future. Before in sports like football, there wasn't the video assistant referee 10 years back, but today you have a video assistant referee and all of those things. So sports evolve just like how football does. Boxing has evolved over time. And before the boxing gloves, you had things like it was called the mufflers. Where yes, it was called the muffler. But first things first, you have to know that boxing started around the 3000 BC. That was in Egypt, and it became part of the Olympic Games in the 7th century BC. So that's how far back boxing as a game is. And during
you still have the gladiators.
Yes, it falls under the category of the combat sports. Yeah, so boxing is a combat sport. You have as well as wrestling, but it was almost lost because combat sport during the fall of the Roman Empire, all of that lost. But in the 17th century in England, it became more of a knuckle fight. Knuckle fight because you fight with your knuckles and give the punches. So that's why when it evolved from mufflers to the gloves. Now the mufflers, you just had to wrap them around your hands. If you watch movies like the Gladiators, the 300 BCs, all this our wrestling, this pala, you see that they used to really wrap a cloth around your hand. That was how the boxing glove evolved, and over time people began to see that slowly it started changing and it gained acceptance, because before they could not accept it, and it was a game mostly for slaves because they will fight till death. Yes, they'll fight till death. But now in today's boxing game, you have the training and the sports gloves. It is tailored for protecting the fighter as well as his opponent, because if you seriously give an intense punch, maybe your heart will just pop out your chest. So today it is made up of very fine leather and very feasible material. And
it's like they put sponge foam in it.
Yes, for protection, because some people have very intense punch where you carry all your village people.
How do you wound someone with this thing? Because it feels soft. When I touch, it's like it bounces on someone''s face.
When we are not plastic, you know. We are made up of blood and water,
so you can really wound somebody even with this.
Yes.
When the contact is, if the contact is really
hard, it gets to the knuckle inside.
Directly.
Aye.
Yes.
And even with the gloves, you put the bandage. So even with that, you can still hurt someone.
Yeah, because I see boxers bleeding every now and then.
And and before it was made up of leather. Natural tan leather, and the most often colors that you see was brown. And Gilet Friday night fights became very popular, and due to its popularity, the gloves were transitioned from brown to ox blood. Why brown to ox blood? Because it was more of on television. So people, they wanted to protect viewers from seeing a lot of blood. Like he said, sometimes when you give great punches, you definitely have those were just the gloves, and how it changed. It moved from the normal traditional brown that you normally have to more often than not you see ox blood color gloves, and I think you can find them on your screen. The next thing about boxing equipment are the shoes. The shoes are very important because original boxing shoes were made up of, fabricated by genuine leather. We still have leather recurrent because leather was solid, it was authentic, it was lasting because of a lot of movement for boxers. But modern day boxing shoes are built now out of a variety of nylon and breathable mesh fabric. Breathable because when you make a lot of movement, you have to sweat and all of that. So, and one thing about giving a great punch, or it's about stability, because if you're not stable, you won't be able to, you will not aim for. I know I'm aiming for you right now.
And the shoes are supposed to be light, Stéphane?
Yes, very light, breathable, and that's why they're mostly made up of nylons and mesh fabric, which is very soft and easy to wear. Now the headgear, the head is important because athletes suffer from a lot of concussion, and sometimes when they retire or they get old, they suffer from a lot of memory loss.
But is it allowed in every competition or just some competitions?
No, only in training.
Only in training, but during the so what's the need?
Yeah, in training, that's why you have rules and regulations, right? Muhammad Ali suffered from those, Parkinson, from every now and then, and they had referred back to his fighting in those days where the sports did not have all of those rules put in place where people could really. So the headgear has really evolved since the up-and-comer Jack Dempsey, who went to a clothing company and said that they should produce a headgear. But now the headgear has to absorb shock, and then it is made to protect the chin, the nose, and the cheek of the fighters. It's very important. And then you have the mouthpiece, what you call as grill. It was it evolved through the time. It was made really known and popular by a London dentist. It's called Jack Mills, and it is molded from a tree sap. Like the tree sap is the rubber that you know, and it has made it for boxers to be able to reuse it. And the good thing about it is that it is customizable. Yes, customizable. And it's very important to know that these are not the only evolution about boxing gears. You have the gloves, you have the headgears I've made mention of, and the other things like the groin protector, the double-edged bag, the speed bags, the jump ropes. There are a lot of those things which have evolved over time, and if you want to follow them, that's why I say if you have to go in for a sport, you have to do all of this research, because it's important you know what you're getting into. So I pray you have no concussion when you become old.
No, because he said that it's difficult for someone to actually get to him, because I believe that those injuries come when they really get to you all the time. But if it's difficult for them to get to him, then we're on the right track.
Based on your track records, then
it's good. And so one way or the other, you found yourself in a boxing gym in Dubai. How did you get there?
So when I was moving from Cameroon to Dubai, I had the number of one Cameroonian coach who was living in Dubai, Kwam Claude, and I texted him when I arrived there. I said, I want to start training with you, and he took some time to answer, but at the end he answered to me, and he said, okay, I'm living in Dubai, the other side. So it was Al Quoz, and I was in Sharjah. So you have like kind of 2 hours from Sharjah to Al Quoz. And I didn't have the money at the beginning to pay the transport, the metro, all that. So every day je volais le métro, je volais le bus to go and train with him. So, and after he was training at home, in his home, sur la cour en bas, and he said, okay, I will bring you to the gym. I will pay your pass, and maybe you can meet some people there, they can like you and all that. So we went there one time, and people was like, we had some friends, Issa, the Senegalese, Wissam, some big guy at the gym. They was like really comfortable with me. So after that session, I didn't go to the gym anymore. After that, I didn't go to the gym. So they were like, where is Stéphane? Where is Stéphane? Bring him, we need to train with him. And he said he need the pass to the gym. And one guy pay 1 month, and I start training in the gym.
Just like that?
Just like that.
And today, where do you live exactly?
In a 5-star hotel in Dubai.
In Dubai itself?
Yeah.
Not
downtown.
I hope it's not in Jumeirah or Palm Beach.
Downtown. Face of the Burj Khalifa, Address Boulevard Hotel.
That's where you live, or that's where you stay from time to time?
That's where I live. Crazy.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Thank you. We are going to listen to music, and Rostan is still very present. And right after that, we'll continue talking to La Cuisance.
Yeah.
On va aller au village. Là, tu as dit tout à l'heure que tu étais le lion. Le lion. Le lion. Nom-te-ma. Nom-te-ma. C'est-à-dire que c'est représenté la cuisance. Non te malama, non te malama, somos kakame, somos kakame, non te malama, non te malama, somos kakame, somos kakame. C'est vrai, rien n'a touché mon nom de main. Nom te malama, nom te malama, yeah. Somos kakame. Somos kakame, nom te malama, nom te malama, somos kakame, hey le lion, somos kakame, yeah. Hey nom te ma, oh oh, hey nom te ma, oh oh, hey nom te ma. Oh oh, somos kakame, tenta que vous ignore que somos kakame si je, tenta que vous ignore que somos kakame si je, dans te malama, le lion, dans te malama. Somos kakame, somos kakame, yeah, non te ma, oh oh, yeah, non te ma, oh oh, yeah, non te ma, Stéphano, que somos kakame, yeah. Que vous ignoriez que somos kakame si je, tenta que vous ignoriez que somos kakame si je. Ah, nang samali, nang samali, nang samali, nang samali, nang bina, nang bina, nang bina, nang bina. Ne gosse, ne bijou, ne gosse, ne bijou. Je fais ici, ça sent là-bas. Je fais ici, ça sent là-bas. Les cham, 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 cham. Ils tapent les gens pour vivre. Yeah, non, yeah.
Bravo! Merci. Je ne savais pas que tu pouvais danser comme ça.
On essaye, tu sais.
Non, mais il y a quelque chose, j'ai l'impression qu'on a raté ça. La cuisance, il faut faire. Ça veut dire que c'est ça ta caméra. Sandra, merci beaucoup pour l'image de Stéphane. Quand on dit la cuisance, qu'est-ce qu'on fait?
On fait ah.
C'est ça.
On a pris ça?
Oui, on a pris. On a pris. Merci beaucoup.
Et
Au stand, c'est comment?
avec toute la rage.
Le frère du village.
Le gombo, aussi le gombo.
Ouais, papa Gombo, laisse comme ça, non? Ouais, tu ne te reposes pas souvent. Il faut te calmer, pardon. Mais maintenant, please tell us, how do you prefer, or what's your best strike?
The uppercut.
The uppercut? When you say the uppercut, what do you mean by that? Oh my God, no, you cannot be that bad.
Yeah, I'm
No, because uppercut means it's yeah.
Yeah, I'm that bad, Ola.
Oh my God, I'm really feeling the pain. Uppercut, like, no, I don't have the other glove, it's like this.
Yeah, uppercut.
And how do you prefer your opponent, standing or on the ground?
On the ground. I have 10-minute knockout, kind of 80% of knockout, so.
Wait, so it means that you knock out your opponent and then you fall on them or what?
No, we don't follow. In boxing, we just boom.
You don't hit 1, 2, 3.
No. When you fall, the referee just count you 1, 2, 3, 4 till 8. If you still want to come, if not, he just stop the fight. Or if he sees that you cannot continue the fight, you are like dizzy, he just stop the fight.
So have you ever suffered from an injury?
Injury, like I was saying, during the training, I had some open here, there. My fingers broken. Even now, you fight with the broken.
And you still went back?
Yeah.
Who does that? Like after all the bruises, all the wounds, and breaking your fingers, and you still go back to the boxing ring? But anyways, if that boxing ring is going to take me to a 5-star hotel, I will go. Yeah, I will go. But what are some of the...
Same point. Yeah.
À l'entraînement, on donne les vrais coups.
Ouais, pareil. C'est la guerre.
Ce qui est vrai, c'est que depuis que nous sommes en train de parler là, Florence donne ses coups seulement à la cuisine avec les plantains. Florence, qu'est-ce qui se passe là-bas? Parce que j'ai l'impression que...
Oui, Gwen, ici c'est déjà prêt, donc notre boxeur peut déjà, après tous les cours qu'il nous donne là et les renseignements qu'il nous donne, vu le sport, la boxe, il peut déjà manger.
C'est ça, et comme il nous a dit, c'est conseillé de manger beaucoup de légumes. But what makes you stand out in your division? What do you think makes you stand out in your division or in what you do in general?
For me, I think is the discipline and also the mental.
Okay.
Yeah, my mental is crazy, and my discipline, like how I live, and yeah, that's it. The discipline and the mental when I have a fight is just crazy. Training 3 times a day. Sometimes you don't eat. Sometimes you eat just a little bit, and just.
And it's thanks to that discipline that you've been able to win all the trophies that we see and the belts. You know, I always see these belts usually during wrestling, but I've never had the opportunity of touching one or maybe of putting on one. Imagine me putting on a good, beautiful dress and putting this on it.
Other side, yeah.
Like this. This is how they hold. Yeah. Okay, like this. So tell us about... Yeah, so tell us about your awards, your trophies. How many have you been able to win? Starting with this one, this is the most recent.
This is the WBC. WBC means World Boxing Council, which is the biggest organization, boxing federation, like organization, pro. And I won the Middle East. I'm the Middle East champion. Middle East champion.
Please, can we clap for that? Ouais, le truc s'y dérange aussi. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, that was the recent one. So in the Middle East, I'm the boss, and I won the African Championship 2019.
Okay.
And the other trophy, I think that one is the biggest event in Abu Dhabi, the state of the UAE.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won there in 2019 too. and this one is ringside event in Dubai, also one of the biggest event, the 1st November 2019, after the African Championship. So I finished here, and when I arrived there, they put me in one big show. I won this. I have like maybe 7 trophies. I have 3 here in Cameroon and 4 in Dubai.
And in Cameroon, have you visited your neighborhood since you came to the country?
Yeah,
you still go there to visit?
Yeah, of course.
Wow, that's very nice. But now, if someone was to ask you, where do you see yourself in years to come? What are you dreaming of becoming, or the place you're hoping to get to?
It's a world champion. It's the biggest. That's why I'm in boxing. That's why I'm training every day. That's why I'm pushing so hard every time. Even when I win, I'm like, no, this is just...
exactly, that's what I realized with you.
So I'm in the process. I have my goal, who is becoming the world champion. Even the first Cameroonian world champion, even undisputed, like having all the belts is possible. And
I think we're going to say a good afternoon to all the people from Bati in the West region, because Gano is from Bati as well. And then now we have Stéphane. Stéphane, is there anything special they give you guys in Bati? Because it's like you guys are just too powerful for your own good.
I never received anything. Yeah, so I never received anything. So I don't know, maybe.
Okay, so what advice do you have for all those who are watching you, the young people, the young Cameroonians, and all over the world? Because there are many people who are also facing the difficulties that you faced in 2016 when you got depressed, and they are feeling like there is no way out. There is no way they can succeed in life. So please tell them something.
So what I can tell to the young generation is nobody can stop you, and if you decide to do something, just go hard as you can. Mettez tous les organes.
C'est vraiment mettez tous les organes.
Physically, mentally, and pray. You pray, you thank God, even if the situation is difficult.
That's it.
You just thank God, and try things. Maybe what you are doing now is not the thing. You just cry every day, but you didn't try anything else. So try things, and God will send you the path, and you can control the path.
Thank you very much. And do you have like social media?
My Instagram is Stéphane FONDJO, and on Facebook La Cuisance.
Okay.
And I think TikTok La Cuisance also.
Okay. Tu as aussi cuit. C'est là. Attends que avant que tu partes. Comment, parce que est-ce que ça ne dérange pas aussi les doigts, parce que mes doigts étaient pliés là-bas dedans, et si tu restes, ça ne dérange pas souvent, ça ne cause pas peut-être on dit en anglais cramp.
Les crampes, non. Non.
Ok.
Puisque c'est ton travail, tu es habitué.
Oui.
Tu vois, c'est normal.
Ok, merci beaucoup. Bon appétit.
Merci.
Florence, où est-ce qu'on peut te trouver? Comment te contacter?
Oui, Gwen, nous sommes situés à l'avenue Warda.
Oui.
Le restaurant Les Cascades de Mponi, dirigé par Achille Mosoko. Florence Andela Segon.
Merci beaucoup, Florence.
Pour tout événement, nous vous attendons.
Ok, et pour toi?
Moi, je réponds au 691 54 54 27, 691 54 54 27, ou au 614 76 02 29, 614 76 02 29, ou Rostand Toti officiel sur Facebook.
Ok, merci beaucoup. And as someone once said, know me when I'm poor, not when I'm rich. Thank God that I knew Stéphane when he was poor. So now that he's rich, I can hold this belt and feel free with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the program. You were watching the program MIDI Live, and this afternoon, Stéphane FONDJO did inspire us with his story. I hope that you got inspired by his story. And as he said, please, if you're trying your hand at something and it's not working, just look around and try some other thing. You can never tell. And maybe that's what you were meant to do, and you see yourself succeeding in moving from one level to another. We're wishing you a blessed and a wonderful day. Take care of you as we take care of us. We're going to live in the company of Rostan while we celebrate this.
Dolon 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 banana andolo. Dolon 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 banana andolo. Dolon dolon banana senga wa mele peno timbi jani sema. Sibino bola no banae o timbi ne tim selemba moi tate komboy. Dolon dolon banana senga wa mele peno timbi jani sema. Sibino bola no banae o timbi ne tim selemba moi tate komboy. Dolon 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 banana angolo mai. Dolon 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 banana andolo. Dolon 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 banana angolo mai. Dolon 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 banana angolo. Dolon dolon banana senga wa mele peno timbi jani sema. Tibino bola no banae o timbi de tim selemba moi tate komboy. Dime we pepe dangwa musamu o timbi ndolo mamo o buli nomba aye amuna mamba o. Dime we pepe dangwa musamu o timbi ndolo o buli nomba aye amuna mamba o. Dolon dolon banana senga wa mele peno tibi jani semba. Tibino bola no banae o timbi de tim selemba mu tate komboy. Dolon dolon banana senga wa mele peno tibi jani semba. Tibino bola no banae tim selemba moi tate kombo. Banana andolo. Banana andolo mbae. Il tape les gens pour vivre, Stéphane. Banana andolo. Et moi je chante des grâces de parotage pour vivre. Banana andolo. Gwendoline parle bien pour vivre. Banana andolo. Florence en est là, c'est la cuisine pour vivre. Banana andolo. Maman Nathalie, elle organise tout ça aussi pour vivre. Ruth Angel, c'est le Congo ça pour vivre. Banana et de l'eau. Il faut pas se fâcher, on s'abuse.